Sandown Racecourse in Surrey. They're expecting 15,000 people here today and £500,000 to be exchanged in cash. I'm here because I've developed a guaranteed system for winning at the horses. This system allows me to predict 24 hours in advance, quite openly, which horse will win in big high-profile races. Now, to prove this, 6 weeks ago, I took a woman, a random member of the public, and I told her which horse was going to win in a certain race. It did win, she was intrigued, I then did it again and again and again. She started to bet larger and larger amounts of money. Now today, that woman has scraped together every last penny that she can find, and she is risking it all on one final race. Is it really possible to accurately predict the winner of a horse race again and again and again? I'm going to tell you exactly how that's done. Welcome to the system.
Has got clear as he heads down towards the second last with Jamie Moore. He leads by 6 or 7 lengths.
Horse racing, often nicknamed the sport of kings, can be traced back to the 12th century after the English knights returned from the Crusades with Arab horses. They were bred with English horses to produce the thoroughbred that is the breed used in horse racing in the UK today. Since the chariot races of Roman times to the multi-million-pound global business today, horse racing has been a popular sport in many countries throughout history and is often inextricably associated with gambling.
2 to build and 4 bar. 2 to build the favourite and 4 bar.
Winner each line.
2 to 1. That's 2 to 1. The tic-tac is 2 to 1. He's on the nose. Is 2 to 1.
A bookmaker is a person who takes bets off of punters back horses, and the bookmaker pays you out if you win.
If it's 10 to 1, if you put £1 on, you get £10 back.
So somebody there just had £10 on Pascal at 7 to 2. Well, 7 to 2 is 3.5 to 1. So for their £10, they'll win £35. Plus their 10 a stake, they'll get £45 returns. But as you can see, we've got horses on the board here at 200 to 1, number 14. Now that's got practically no chance of winning. It's like me swimming the channel with a double bed on my back. It's got no possible chance. You know, but they've all got 4 legs. You know that they've all got 4 legs on the tail, so anything can happen.
It's just instinct, really. You just see a horse, you think, oh, that looks good. I'll maybe put my £5 on that one.
Horses will be coming out for the next race.
I was rather obsessed with gambling as a teenager, and in particular the idea of winning systems, and it was around that time that this system was born, a guaranteed way of having somebody win at the horses again and again and again. So I needed somebody who would benefit from my system, so I took a random member of the public after making sure that she didn't have a history of gambling, and I sent her an email, without mentioning my name, predicting the winner of the next day's horse race.
My name's Kadisha. I live in Kew. I work 2 jobs. I have a son. My personal situation is I'm a single mum. I pay all bills by myself with the 2 jobs that I have. I never have a large sum of money because it always goes out because of responsibilities that I've got in life. I was sat at my desk when I got my first tip. I received an email first. I thought it was a bit crazy, a bit mad, but I thought, hey, I'm up for a laugh, so bring it on.
I didn't tell Kadisha that it was me sending her the predictions because I didn't want that knowledge affecting her. But instead, I set about sending her a number of anonymous tips sent over several weeks so that she would gain the confidence in the system that I wanted her to have.
I got it by email first, then I got confirmation again via text. It gave me details of the horse, time it was running and where it was running, and it said that I wasn't able to bet, I just have to watch the race.
We emailed Kadisha and offered her the chance to take part in a TV documentary about an anonymous tipster who claimed to have a perfect system for the horses. Along with the email, I also sent her my first prediction and told her not to place a bet, but just to make sure she watched the race. I told her that the 9:20 at Wolverhampton the next day would be won by a horse called Boz.
They're off.
And Boz was swiftly into its stride in the blue jacket to the inside.
On the day of the race, I hoped she'd be watching at home to see if the prediction would come true. She was, and she saw the race was won by Boz, as I predicted.
Boz holds on.
I had got her attention.
I was gutted that I couldn't put a bet on, but hey, I watched it and it won.
Now that Kadisha was getting more intrigued, I asked her to keep a video diary of her experience from this point onwards and to keep the camera with her, as a tip could come at any time.
Placing my second bet now with the system, very confident. Race 2, when I was able to put a bet down, I was given just the name of the horse and the time. Again, I was at work, received it by text, again confirmed by email. And I literally left my desk. It wasn't even like I need to go out. I just zoomed out to the first betting shop, recorded myself, placing a bet. It was exciting, actually.
My next prediction for Kadisha, again 24 hours in advance of the race, was for the 6:37 at Suffolk Downs in Boston, in America, and for a horse called Laced Up to win.
When I was in Boston, I was like, oh, how can you know who's going to win in Boston?
After that comes Laced Up.
The system guarantees a winner, but despite how impossible that sounds, Kadisha was prepared to put up some of her own money. Amazingly, impossibly, as the system predicted, Laced Up won, despite not being the favourite.
Laced Up gets up on the inside.
And Kadisha picked up her first winnings.
The second race I won about 28 quid.
Race 3 was at Carlisle, and my prediction was for Naunton Brook to win, even though it was an 18-to-1 outsider, and therefore the horse that was least likely to win the race.
Me again, still here. Well, as you can see, I'm in the bookies now. Carlisle race, I've been told. So I'm now gonna write out my slip. Fingers crossed. Naunton Brook, 18-to-1, £20 to win. It better win, okay? Very anxious, nervous, you know, but excited because the last 2 races won. Oh, good God, this better win. Oh my God, and they're off. I've been confident in the system so far, so I'm going to remain confident. Holding this paper very tightly.
3 left to jump, and Naunton Brook keeps galloping on.
Naunton Brook leads, oh my God.
And they come inside a final furlong. Naunton Brook's been out in front for a long time. 2 miles west is gaining with every stride.
Oh my God, the horse is catching up. Oh my God, the horse is catching up.
Naunton Brook, 2 miles west, it goes to the judge.
Naunton Brook has won.
Thank you, the system. Oh my God, show me the money. Oh my God, show me the money. Ah! Can you believe that? On camera.
This is Kadisha's 3rd win in a row. She's just won £360 from a £20 bet on an 18-to-1 outsider that no one thought should win the race. My prediction for race 4, the 2:45 at Wolverhampton, was a horse called Formation.
Race 4, I was out in a bar with my friends. Oh my God, he's going to win again, I'm telling you. I've got so much confidence. I was still in disbelief on who this person is, this anonymous person is, who's this system, what is this system.
Formation will put favourite backers on good terms, and so too Jamie Spencer, who once again moves 2 ahead at 7.
Yes!
The chance of 4 wins in a row being predicted at random are already over 1,000 to 1, but the system guarantees a win. Kadisha's now won 4 times in a row and gained nearly £500 in cash. I've managed to convince her the system works and that something extraordinary is happening.
I just feel good winning loads of money all the time.
I can't believe what I've seen, really. I'm absolutely flabbergasted.
Thought it was pretty much impossible. I'm now curious to know what he's come up with.
Part of what makes the system seem so impossible is that it defies our understanding of probability and influence over future events. And I'm going to show you something now which is impossible in exactly the same way, and that is to toss a coin fairly 10 times in a row and have it come up heads every time. Now, we film this under controlled conditions with multiple cameras that won't cut away, and it's a genuine coin with heads on one side and tails on the other. But I want you to watch this and try and work out how it can be possible, because the key to understanding this is the key to understanding the system. 10 heads in a row. Watch.
1, that's heads. 2, that's heads. 3, heads. Heads, that is 4. Heads, 5. 6. 4 more to go, and I'll stop. 7. 3 more. 8. 9 heads. Last one. 10 heads in a row. Thank you very much indeed. I'll show you later on exactly how that's possible, but for now I need to take what I'm doing with the coin and apply that to the horse races so that I can predict again and again the results of the races and convince Kadisha that my system really works. Now, I'm not the first person to try and come up with a horse racing system. It's been attempted in the past, but it has never ever worked. My system, though, is the first system that guarantees a win over and over again. And later on, I'm going to show you how.
It wouldn't be easy for a punter to make a living out of horse racing.
2 greys, classic Croco on the outside of Corellian as they go towards the 3rd.
There can't be a system. You're dealing with an animal. It's not a machine. You can't set it. If he comes out of the stable the wrong side in the morning, he might not be winning his race.
Nation State jumped it better over the creek behind them in predicament and swiftly on defence number 5.
Well, if somebody said to me they had a system, it's rubbish. Really, there's only one winner, and the bookmaker's the winner.
If there was a winning system, there would be no bookmakers.
When we come to work, we come out with a load of cigars when we work, because we know at the end of the day we're going to celebrate with a nice cigar on the way home, so all you punters are going to lose all your money. That's what we come here with.
It's just a bit keen to go a bit faster, the grey.
To find a system that will change your life is what we're talking about. That is definitely improbable, and even if you think you've found it, having the guts to back that up and putting down large sums of money to make it change your life is another step forward altogether.
Imperial Commander over it in front from Nation State in 2nd place. Blundering back in 3rd was Corellian, but he's a tired horse now. Imperial Commander, the odds-on favourite, comes up the hill, storms up the hill towards the final fence here, and he comes towards it, jumps it well. Tony Evans, the Imperial Commander, 10 lengths clear of a Nation State in 2nd place. There's a decent battle for 3rd over the creek, maybe the one for that, but Imperial Commander, having won here last month, makes it 2 out of 2, another winner here at Cheltenham.
After 4 wins in a row, it's time for Kadisha to experience the excitement of a live horse race. And while she gets ready for that, I wanted to convince the experts, against their instincts, that maybe it is possible for a system to really exist. I arranged to meet some racing experts to test out some of my ideas and hopefully convince them that I could indeed have a reliable system. Phil Bell is the manager of Fontwell Park Racecourse. Katie Stevens is the manager of Hereford Racecourse. James Pyman is a journalist and tipster for the Racing Post. Jim Boyle is a racehorse trainer and a council member of the National Trainers Federation. Can I get you to mix up those 4 envelopes for me? Just give them a mix. And if you can stick these on yourselves, they peel off and you can put the backings in your pocket if you like. Thank you very much. Just put one of those on you each. If you grab one of those as well. Thank you. Have an envelope too. You've all been interviewed about this idea of there being a system and whether it's possible to predict the horses accurately, and predictably you've all sort of said no, it's not possible. I would say that it's massively unlikely, but by no means impossible to have a system that would work. a mathematician worked out the probability of having a system that would accurately predict a winning horse every time is it's 1.48 billion to 1. Hugely unlikely, as good as impossible, but not impossible, that's the point. Actually just massively improbable. So what I'm going to do is to ask you to sort of step into this world of people here. There are 500 Polaroid pictures, and these are just members of the public. And I'm going to ask you to each go and select one of these pictures. It's just really important as you do this that it is a random selection. So please don't let what the people look like, you know, how attractive or unattractive they are. Don't let any of that influence you. Some of the, you know, if any of the names happen to remind you of people that you know, again, none of that is to influence you at all. These have to be random selections. That's very important at this point. What I would say is, by doing this, I am showing you how my system works. It'll make more sense to you when you watch the programme back, and you'll understand what I mean. Please have a good look around at them all. You'll see they're all different. Take as long as you like. When you've got one, just stand by it and let me know that you've chosen one. But take as long as you like. Feel free to have a good wander around first. The pictures themselves have long numbers on the back, but don't worry about those for now. Those will be important later on. Take your time. Just put your hand up when you've chosen one, and okay, great, lovely. All got one? Yeah. Excellent, thank you very much indeed. Unclip the pictures, just take them off the string. There's a couple of little pegs on each one. Lovely. So bringing your picture with you, what I want you to do, not quite yet, when I tell you to, is to come and stand on one of these 4 black spots that there are here on the ground. So if you come and do that for me now, any one of these 4. Excellent. Thank you very much indeed. So there are 500 pictures there. You've each got one. You've come back and stood on one of these spots each, thus putting yourself in a different order, and chosen large. I mean, it is by chance. It is random. Apart from the fact that whoever was closest, whoever took a picture from closest, would have had the choice of any one of the 4 to stand on. Probably who was last to come in? I was last. Yeah. So you didn't have any choice at all. The order you put yourself, if you look at your stickers, is 1, 3, 4, 2. Yes. And you're happy that that is. You can just hold on to that for a second for me. You're happy that that is a randomly, seemingly unpredictable order that you would come and stand in. Yes. Okay. Now, just open up the red envelope that you saw it was hanging there all along, and just read out what it says in there.
The order you will stand in will be 1, 3, 4, 2. 1, 3, 4, 2.
Turn it around, show the camera. 1, 3, 4, 2. The order that you've ended up standing in. Excellent. Thank you very much. Congratulations. A seemingly impossible thing to predict, but the point is, it's not impossible. It's highly improbable, but not impossible. All right. Now you're all odds experts, so what are the odds of me predicting, knowing in advance which order you were going to stand in? One of you has a choice of 4. The next person has a choice of 3, the next one 2, the next one 1. The answer is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is 24. 1 in 24. That's the improbable odds of me knowing in advance which order you were going to come and stand in, all right? Not impossible, just highly improbable. Okay. Next, if you just take the pictures and just, if you turn them around and show the cameras just so we can see who all these people are. Let's get the names as well.
Jenny Pringle. Jenny
Pringle, thank you. You can just show the camera.
Peter Burgess.
Peter Burgess.
Carl Smith.
Carl Smith.
Jane Baker.
Jane Baker. Excellent, okay. So, sorry, so Jenny Pringle, your full name is?
James Pyman.
Pyman, so your initials are JP?
JP, yeah.
And the initials of this woman are also?
JP.
Are also JP. Your name is?
Phil Bell.
Phil Bell, and show us?
Peter Burgess.
Same initials, PB, yes? Your initials, do they match?
Katie Stevens.
Katie Stevens, and what's that, Carl Smith? And your full name is Jim?
Boyle.
Jim Boyle, JB, all right? So your initials match the initials of the photographs that you picked, and please have a look around. None of the other initials match any of your names, all right? Seemingly impossible for this to happen. But it's not impossible, it's just highly improbable, yeah? What are the chances of that happening? There are 500 pictures, so the first person to take one has a choice of 500. The next person doesn't quite. The next person only has a choice of 499 because one of them's just been taken. And the next person has a choice of 498. And the next one, 497. So that number,
500 times 499 times 498 times 497 gives you the probability of you picking the Polaroids, the only Polaroids that have the same initials that match yours. And who mixed the envelopes at the beginning? That was you. So you mixed the envelopes, you handed them out, you each took one. If you open them up, take out what's inside. In fact, wait, you do yours first for me, just so we can get this on camera. Can you open yours up? Recognise the picture? It's a picture that matches the Polaroid that you took. That is Jenny, was it Jenny Pringle?
Jenny Pringle.
Jenny Pringle. Do you want to take yours out as well, Phil? Hopefully that matches the one that you've just picked. And Katie? Excellent. And you want to do the same for me, Jim? Is it the same? Can you just hold them up with the pictures as well? Just fantastic. You picked the ones that match the envelopes that you mixed and took at the beginning. Again, the chances of that, impossible. Seemingly impossible. But the same odds. It's 500 times 499 times 498 times 497, which means if you just keep hold of your Polaroids, but just drop everything else on the floor, just by the spots around, just keep hold of the little Polaroids. The chances, what are the chances of all of that happening? The chances of me knowing where you were going to stand, which pictures you were going to take, the initials matching up and matching what you picked at the random envelopes at the beginning. If you come forward for me, if you come back where you were, if you put yourselves back into 1, 2, 3, 4 order, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to give you a, calculator there. The chances of all that happening is, it's 24 times this here. So if you do, I'll do 500 times 499 times 498 times 497. Anybody watching this at home with a computer or a big calculator might want to do this. Work out what that is for me and then multiply that by 24. The answer, I can tell you, is 1482065. Doing this? 928000. Is that the correct number?
That's the correct number.
That's the odds of all of those things happening. Not impossible, just massively improbable. One last thing. If you just hold the faces together so the camera can see, just hold the Polaroids up. And just bring them together a little bit. Excellent. I did say there were numbers on the back, not to pay any attention to them yet. All right, now I'm going to turn these round. Have a look at them on the back before I turn them round. 1482 065 928 000. You pick the Polaroids that had the numbers on the back that make up the odds of all of that having happened, and that odd is 1.48 billion, is the same odds as this system existing in the first place that allows me to predict the horses every time. Not impossible, just massively improbable. Thank you very much. Something for you to think about. Cheers. Thanks for taking part. Thank you, Jim. Phil, pleasure.
Thank
Thank you.
you very
Katie,
much.
thank you very much indeed. Excellent. I shall leave you with those numbers. Cheers.
Mesmerised.
I can't believe what I've seen, really. I'm absolutely flabbergasted.
I was trying to turn the numbers over in my head and work out, as Derren was going along, what the probability was. I quickly got lost, and the number just got bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, it's just astonishing. I think if he wants to come and work for the Racing Post, then I'm sure there'll be a job offer for him.
I mean, I think if horses are as predictable as humans, then Derren's on to an absolute winner.
My opinion has changed. I thought it was pretty much impossible, and I'm now curious to know what he's come up with.
I said initially that it depends what side of the stable the horse comes out in the morning, but I think Derren would probably know.
So by this point, Khadijah had received 4 winning predictions from me. Now it was time for her to experience the thrill of a real racecourse for race number 5.
For race 5, we now go to Newbury for a high-profile and well-attended event. Some 11,000 people are watching it from the stands, on top of the millions watching it on TV at home. The name of the winning horse has already been given to Khadijah 24 hours beforehand. There's no way that I or anyone else should be able to predict the outcome.
I've come today to Newbury at the races. I've never been to a racecourse before. This is very much the first time for me. Today I need to put down £150, which is like breathtaking, and this is going to be on Lively Joe Lively. So very exciting, very nervous, and he just better win. So here he is from my racing cards. Newbury, Joe Lively, 11 to 2.
Khadijah still has no idea that the amazing winning predictions have been coming from me. The day before race 5, the 205 at Newbury, I sent her my prediction for a horse called Joe Lively. It's an outsider at 11 to 2, but Khadijah is risking the biggest bet she's made so far with £150 of her own money. What she doesn't know is that I'm also here, and after the race, she'll be meeting me for the first time.
They're off. The yellow jacket of Joe Lively is on the outside of them. Joe Lively running a little bit free towards the outside for Joe Tizard in the yellow and red jacket. Is just over a length behind the leader. Almost now the first 3/4 of a mile as they come again left-handed and into the straight for the first time and head down towards fence number 4.
Come on.
Vada Royal.
Come on, Joe.
So this is the water jump.
Oh, and he's... Oh, my God! He dropped like a donkey. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Oh, my God! This is what I mean. How can there possibly be a system? How can you possibly know?
Last on the far side, the Vada Royal, and Milena Tipperary has gone there. Milena Tipperary knuckled on landing, shot Tom O'Brien.
Doesn't look like it's going to win. It's in third place.
Milena Tipperary at the last in the back.
Third place, the rain started, the wind's getting stronger. How can it possibly catch up? It's not going to win.
In third place, they've got one fence to jump now. It's only a very narrow lead. Here's Johnny's almost level with him now as they go towards the last. And he's down to Vada Royal, and he's almost got down. There, Joe is Johnny, and so Joe Lively, who was third at the last and looking beat, is going to be a very fortunate winner of this Marshall's Peugeot 308 Novices Chase.
Oh my God!
Joe Lively then, the first one of them who was brought under pressure, has eventually ended up taking the race. As here's Johnny, the only other one who's going to get back
Oh my God, I don't understand that. It was in third place all the way. Can you believe it?
That's not bad beginner's luck.
Can you believe that?
852, 975.
So after the 5th race, and I won again, just under £1,000, and I'm over the moon, jumping for joy that I'm in, Newbury at a race course, seeing the horses live. I get taken to meet the person that's been doing this whole thing, the anonymous person, that's been doing this system.
Hi, Kadisha.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Derren.
And then I met Derren Brown, and honestly, I was scared. Okay, now I'm scared. I was confused, thinking, oh my God, all this time, gutted. I didn't put on more money if I knew it was him, It's like I'd have retired by now.
So I've developed a system. This is a foolproof, 100% system of winning at the races. And you've seen that it works. And you've seen that it works all the time. Even this afternoon when it just looked like there was no way that it could.
It did look like that, actually.
Now, so far, you have made some money. You've been putting 20 quid, 50 quid, and then you put 150 quid on today?
Yeah.
But this is small amounts compared to what I want you to do next, all right? You've won 5 races in a row.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the name of the 6th winner,
Yeah.
all right? And then that'll be it.
Oh, my God.
So, I want you to put a lot of money on it, all right? Because I want this show to finish with you winning a huge sum of money, all right? So we're talking several £1,000s if you can get that together. I know the minute I say that, you're going to think, oh, where am I going to get that money from? What happens if I lose? You will not lose, because the system never fails.
Okay.
All right, I just want to finish with you winning a massive amount that's going to change your life. So, it's so exciting. Also, if you do this, and if you commit to it, as I hope you will, I will also tell you, I will explain to you how the system works. All right? So even though it's the last name that I'll give you, if you want to use the system yourself, you are welcome to. You may choose not to. It's a lot of work to make it work. But I will tell you, I will teach you exactly how it works. So you'll have that too.
Okay.
At the moment, it's only me that knows exactly how it works. You'll be the other person.
No problem. Oh, I don't know. This is crazy. This is crazy. And it's like, how can you know a system for this? How can you?
So now I'm going to tell you how the system works. How can Kadisha be receiving correct predictions for each race? Bear in mind the predictions are made well in advance and the races are quite genuine. How does it work? Well, it all starts with this. That is a homeopathic remedy. It's called astragalus. You take it for viral infections, but you could substitute that for anything you might take for diabetes or insomnia, or indeed it could be a healing crystal or anything that represents an alternative therapy of your choice. But you might have a viral infection, you might take astragalus, you might then feel better and decide therefore it must be an effective cure. The point is, it works for you. What more proof could you need? The trouble is that when these things are tested properly over thousands of people, they are shown to really have no effect whatsoever. The trap that people fall into is to think, all the evidence I need is what I know in my head and I feel in my heart and what I just know to be true. But that isn't really evidence for it being true. That's just a statement about how much you believe it and also how limiting your own perspective can be. Now, Khadisha believes in this system, she's convinced by it, because she's only looking at it from her own perspective. And at home, if you haven't worked out how the system works yet either, it's because you are also only seeing it from Khadisha's point of view. Now it's time to force a change in perspective and to look at the bigger picture. And let's begin with that coin again. 10 heads in a row. Watch. To predict a run of 10 heads in a row and then make it happen is hugely unlikely. The chance of it happening is about 1 in 1,000. However, if you flip a coin thousands of times and record the results, somewhere along that line of heads and tails, a line of 10 heads is actually very likely to appear. Okay, 10 heads in a row. That's 1. To work out the system, you need to understand that we can only know what comes from our own limited experience. And our experience can often be very far from the truth. I can't see the bowl anymore. Here we go. 10. What you saw was the final minute of what was an excruciatingly long day. We filmed for over 9 hours until eventually a clear run of heads appeared. 9 heads. Last one. The impossible became inevitable. 10. 10 heads in a row. Thank you very much indeed. You now have all the clues needed to work out for yourself how the system operates. I shall fully explain it in a few minutes. I want you to ask yourself, if you haven't already, can there really be a system? Should she be doing this? Is this an amazing opportunity for Khadisha? Or if she takes it, is it a terrible mistake?
I'm going to my dad's because I'm going to go and get some cash to put down on the final race. My personal situation is on break. So to find as much money as you can is like insanity to put down on a horse. If I won loads of money, I'd give my dad lots and like take me and my brothers and my son and my nephew on holiday. We are here at my daddy's house and I'm so scared now. I'm really scared now. This is my wonderful father and he's going to be giving me £1,000 today to put on the final race. When I told my dad about everything, he was just freaked out. He was really freaked out. He was worried, thinking, oh my God, am I going to be doing what he's doing, like gambling and betting all my wages away? First started off on winning like £20 and £30 and then it went up to £360 wow. And keeps increasing.
I'm trying to get that every Saturday. The most I've ever put on a horse is £20. And I doubled and that lost. And when I lost, I said, that's it, never ever again.
He was just like shocked, you know, he didn't really believe that this was to do with a TV programme. Thank you. £1,000 from my dad. That's a lot of money for a horse. Got the money from my dad. £1,000. Feeling very nervous, but I'm ready to roll. Come on, baby.
Because of her faith in my system, Khadisha has borrowed from her father and since then has also been to a loan company for more money. She's now come to Sandown Racecourse prepared to gamble money she can't afford to lose. Once her bet is placed, I'm going to explain to her and to you how this incredible system really works.
It's been raining steadily here for the last couple of days. The going is very heavy, the ground's heavy. The favourite's likely to be Moon Over Miami, won last time out at Cheltenham. Mahogany Blaze next in, Paddy Brennan riding this horse for Nigel Twiston-Davis. The next one that I quite like is a horse called Pancake. Goes well on testing ground, likes the mud. Maradima, trained by Paul Nicholls, top trainer. Any one of those four could win it.
When we last spoke to you, I told you you'd have to get quite a lot of money together for today's race.
Yes.
And I understand you've done that.
Yes, I have.
How much money have you got for this bet?
£4,000.
£4,000.
£4,000.
Which is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Can you tell me how you got that? I know you ended up getting some from a loan company, but
yeah, and my dad as well. I got some from my dad, so that's what makes it more scary for me. So I got some of my dad's money.
And did you tell your dad exactly what it was for?
Yes, and that's what made it even worse.
So your tip for today is horse number 2.
Okay.
Moon Over Miami. So watch out for the green and white shirt. I'm going to go and push a bet for you because I don't want you seeing yet exactly how much you're going to win and everything. So have you got a big envelope of cash on you somewhere?
I have. I haven't got an envelope. I've got loads of cash.
Excellent.
That's a lot of money.
That is £4,000. All right, okay. You definitely right to do this?
Yeah. Absolutely. I trust the system in you.
I'll go do it before the queue gets too long. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay. I'm really crapping it. Have I lost the plot? Am I really here? Is this really going on? Taking £1,000 from my dad makes me feel very overwhelmed and more anxious.
That's it. That's your £4,000. This is worth a lot of money. Please don't drop it or lose it. You all right?
Deep breaths, deep breaths.
Do you want to know how it's done? Yeah? So a couple of months ago we got in touch with you.
Yeah.
Remember? And we gave you that first tip.
Yeah.
You weren't the only person that we contacted. It was actually a very large group of people. It was almost 8,000 people.
My name is Christina Bockins. I'm 27.
My name is Theobald. I'm 23 years old.
My name is Sarah. I'm 28 years old.
The system works because Kadisha is not alone. When we contacted Kadisha, we also contacted a huge number of other people and gave them different tips. The system begins with 7,776 people. The people we contacted are then randomly divided into 6 equal groups. A 6-horse race is then chosen. In our case, it was the 920 at Wolverhampton, and each group of people is allocated the name of a different horse as the winner. Group 1 is given the name of horse 1, Group 2 is given the name of horse 2, Group 3, horse 3, and so on. Kadisha happens to be in the group which is given the horse named Boz. The race runs, and of course, only one horse can win. In our case, it is Boz. Apologies are then sent to the 5 groups of people whose horses do not win, blaming a glitch in the system, and they disappear from the process. Kadisha happens to be one of those people in the successful group which has had a winning horse. Now for race 2, this group is again split randomly into another 6 equal groups.
So today's Sunday, I'm waiting for my latest tip.
Well, I'm en route to the bookies now, so this will be my second bet.
Just found out we've got the next bet through.
It's going to be the first time I've ever been in bookies in my life, and it's going to be only the second time I've ever actually put a bet on.
I'm in the bookmakers. We're just at the moment seeing which horses are running and where they're running from.
Placing my second bet now with the system, very confident.
Again, Kadisha happens to be in the winning group, and the other 5 groups with losing horses are eliminated from the process. Exactly the same happens again for race 3. The winning group from the previous race is split into 6 equal groups. Race 3 is the 220 at Carlisle, and Naunton Brook wins, giving us just 36 people, including Kadisha, who have had 3 consecutive winners in a row. In race 4, those 36 are divided into 6 groups of 6, and each is given the name of a horse in another 6-horse race. In our case, the race is the 345 at Newbury, and Formation wins, reducing the number of people from 36 to just our winning 6 people, one of whom happens to be Kadisha. So I do it again and again and again, and each time this group is narrowing and narrowing and narrowing, and you're just happening to be in the winning group each time as it goes through. Now this continues to last week. You were not the only person there being filmed thinking they were taking part in this show. We kept you all apart.
You're all being filmed. You all think you're the only person being filmed for this show.
It's 9-2, and it's Manila Tipperary.
Well, I've just put on 150 quid of my own money on Here's Johnny.
The horse I betted on is called Nevada Royale.
None of you can understand how you've had these winning names all the way through, but we didn't know which one of you would win.
Last on the far side, Nevada Royal, and Manila Tipperary as I've gone there.
Ride has just fallen off, so I guess that would be in lost bets.
Johnny's almost level with him now as they go towards the last, and he's down Nevada Royal, and he's almost brought down.
No!
There's Johnny, and so Joe Lively, who
Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Didn't work.
You win some, you lose some.
Oh, my horse didn't win.
It's a pyramid, which begins with 7,776 people who are all sent anonymous tips. All but one of them are eliminated as the system fails for them, and we're left with just one single random winner who has had 5 consecutive wins.
So last week, at Newbury, you were that last person, the final person, who just happened to have those winning names all the way through. That was last week. This week, it is just you and me, and those 5 horses. And there is no way of knowing which horse is going to win.
£4 grand.
£4 grand.
Oh my God!
What's going through your head before we go and do it?
Fucking hell, that's what's going through my head. Fucking hell. Oh my God. Fucking hell.
Let's go. We've got to get through. The race is about to start.
Oh my God, I can't believe you've done that. I feel pain. I feel sick.
Oh, there they go.
Oh man. Oh God.
Disha has put up money she cannot afford on a race that cannot be predicted.
Oh no!
But if it doesn't win,
I will faint here, and then I'll cry until I die. I don't know. I feel sick. I feel faint.
Remember, it's Moon over Miami in the green and white checks.
They're off. There they go. Maradima from Pancakes heading away. Penny Blaze back in third. Moon over Miami. The green and white jacket, probably a little bit behind them. Heading down the side of the course, downhill. Maradima. 5 or 6 lengths to Moon over Miami.
It's raining. It's slick. Stomach. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Moon over Miami, who's about 7 lengths off the leader now as they clear the next lap.
£4 grand is at the back.
Moon over Miami in 4th place at the moment. The other joint favourite with the leader as they head towards the water jump halfway down the back straight.
he's not doing well, is it, at the moment?
No. He's like right at the back, and they've got a all slip. Oh my God.
Moon over Miami on the right there, the green and white jacket.
Oh my God!
The green and white at the end.
Back with the leaders, it is Maradima who's made all the running so far and tackled in second by Mahogany Blaze on the right. Back in third, the big white face aboard Pancake and Moon over Miami, now coming under a bit of pressure in 4th place.
Oh my God! But it's lost. I don't understand. It should be fair.
Over Miami is very disappointing. Looks beat as they run round the final turn. They're both getting very leg weary in the climb to the line.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
But Maradima, with a fluent display of jumping, wins the Henry VIII Novices Chase. From Mahogany Blaze in second, Pancake back in third, then Moon over Miami.
You didn't win, that's £4 gone. How can I not win and I won 5 times already?
This is Maradima one, number 3.
Well, I'm still holding on to a ticket that I have not even won. I could cry now. I could cry, but it's only because you're bloody recording, well, I won't. But I could, because it's like £4,000. I can't believe I've lost £4 grand. I've been lucky all this time, and now it's all gone wrong. I came in broke, and now I'm even more broke. My dad's going to kill me.
I know how hard it was for you to get hold of that money.
Believe it.
Do you really think that I would just gamble?
No, this is
your
why I can't
money
believe
on a
you've
1
done
in
that.
5? Have you got the slip? So I told you Moon over Miami would win.
Yes, and it lost.
When I walked off to the office to place the bet, when I left you, when I went off to place the bet, I thought to myself, Moon over Miami isn't going to win this race. And if you look at what I actually placed the bet on, that's 4,000 to win on
Maradima.
On Maradima. Which means...
You're a guru.
It's 13 grand that you've just won.
Oh, my dad's gonna love you. That's not right, doing that.
Come on, let's go get your cash before the next race.
Oh my God! I did hate him a minute ago. I did. I hated you. I was like, oh my God. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't know. It's fantastic because I'm debt free. I'm debt free for the first time in gone 30 years.